parents, students, teachers, student teachers, and other distinguished invitees, I'd like to welcome all of you to the graduation of the greatest class ever. Over the course of 720 days, 268 fire alarms, 500 tardy sweeps, 2 days of phone policy enforcement, 4 hours of sleep collectively, and countless lessons learned, we've grown resilience and changed in massive ways. Today is a very interesting day, and one we've been waiting for a very long time. Every week, it felt like there was a new last play for drama, senior ditch day, and all the senior activities like sunrise, prom, and a rig talent show. But some laughs we did for the final time without realizing it, thinking we'd have more opportunities. Because there's a contradiction at the heart of senior year. While it's meant to be your most fun and memorable, it's clouded by the feeling that everything's about to end, and nothing matters, because soon we'll be going our own separate ways anyway. Parents will call it senioritis. But I think it's something more profound that speaks to what this point in our lives represents. When you're a senior, the most important parts of your life are still ahead of you, and you're still able to take any path you want. But you'll get older, you'll get more responsibilities, making it harder to switch tracks from the path you've chosen. Some people fall short of the potential they had when everything was still ahead of them, and end up wishing that they could go back to the time when they could have taken any path they wanted. But at least for right now, life is totally open, and anything can change. I believe that everything is still possible for you to achieve, whatever vision of your future you have, but also that the window of opportunity shrinks the fastest when you aren't paying attention. Sadly for me, I am now very old. I'm 17. I turned 18 in 2 weeks, retirement age. But once, I was young. Once, I was a stupid teenager. I've thought about what I'd do differently if I had to do high school over. And I've come to the conclusion that once was enough. No matter what you did or wish you had done differently, if you ended up happy, then everything you did was the right thing to do. And if you didn't, revise your steps, rewrite your future. My only advice is never settle for good enough, because why would you ever extend less than you deserve? In front of me, I see a crowd full of inventors. I see a crowd full of inventors, durability testers, doctors, engineers, and all kinds of brilliance. And so to the seniors, at a very interesting time in your lives, I'd like to hope several things for you. I hope you've had fun in high school, and I hope you move on to bigger and better things as soon as possible. I hope you can look back at the time where you could have chosen anything, and I hope you realize you made the right choice because you did everything you could with the time you had. And I hope you find what you're looking for, and I hope you figure out exactly what that is. But more than that, I wish you the most valuable thing of all, the ability to forget. At least I do. Because after tonight, every pent-up frustration and urge dies. You have summer, the rest of your life, to forget the worst and remember everything that we ever wanted. And you might wonder how things would have turned out if you had done something differently. But maybe it's better not to know. Because every second you imagine how the past could have gone, you lose the second of your infinitely more important future, a future you actually have. And soon, every worry will forever just be stupid high school things that were never worth an ounce of your stress in the first place. And I hope you leave here tonight feeling like everything is about to happen how it did. And on the way home, it always seems like a good idea to go out with your friends until 2 in the morning. And that's because it is a good idea, because you're living your best years exactly as you're supposed to, because you're only young for so long, and because the opportunities don't last forever.
Oh.
He's going to be the president.
As a great artist once said,
He's the smartest kid I've ever
graduate when
seen.
you're still stupid.
5 points.
All
Oh,
I can do for you now is hope.
actually
Because the
5.3.
future you want and who you become rests purely on your shoulders. Now, I'd like to thank a few people who made my experience at Carney all the better, at Chatsworth all the better. I'd like to thank my teachers, and especially Mr. P from flipping physics. I'd like to thank myself, and I'd like to thank my family, and I'd like to thank myself again. I would like to thank leadership for all the utility that they provide to the school. And finally, I would like to announce, for the very first time, Alex Lee as the next captain of the Chatsworth astronomy team, effective immediately. Although he is also graduating, so we'll low-key have to find another replacement. But I'd like to thank Astronomy Club, a club that for its short life was truly out of this world. And I'd like to thank you for listening to me speak so long. Because honestly, this speech was my dissertation. Homely High School is basic. Welcome to graduation. Good night. Thank you.
I like that kid.
I would now like to welcome my classmates, Talini Bloomfield, to the podium for the inspirational address.